Hey everybody, this is Mike Hambright with HomeVestors, better known as the We Buy Ugly Houses folks, and uglyopportunities.com. This is a quick video to provide you a little bit of an overview about real estate investing. So if you're interested in learning more about real estate investing from the largest investor in America, give me just a few minutes of your time, please. So the most common, what we call an exit strategy, that is how are you going to monetize a house, how are you going to sell it, and how are you going to make your money, are those on the list here. Assigning and wholesaling, which are very similar, rehabbing and then reselling as a retail sale, and then keeping a property as a rental. So I'm going to give you a brief overview of each of those. I'm going to cluster together assigning and wholesaling for simplicity's sake. An assignment is you're actually assigning the rights of the contract to somebody else. You never actually own the house. You just have a contract to purchase the house, and somebody else that you're going to sell that contract or those rights to is going to close in your place, and you're presumably going to make a spread on that. So if you were to buy a house in this example from Sally, or said differently, if you were to get a contract to buy a house from Sally, and then you knew another investor that wanted to buy that house named Tom, and he is willing to pay you more than what you contracted to buy the house from Sally, you would make the difference. So in this example, if you bought the house from Sally, had the contract to buy the house for $1, and Tom was willing to pay you $2, then $1 would go to Sally and $1 would go to you. Rehabbing in retail is probably the more common exit strategy, or at least it's more commonly known of how this works. You purchase a house from someone, then you spend some additional investment improving the house, and then you ultimately sell that house to, it could be an investor that wants to buy a house that doesn't need any repairs, or more than likely what we call an owner-occupant, and that's somebody that's actually going to live in the house, so they're willing to pay you to move in that house themselves, possibly move their family in there. And rental properties, I won't belabor this either because a lot of people are well versed in how a rental property works, but you buy a house, fix it up, or maybe it doesn't need a lot of repairs, put a tenant in it, and it generates a lot of benefits: cash flow, long-term appreciation depending on what market you're in. There are all sorts of tax benefits, and there are some cons too, some potential headaches, but overall the pros outweigh the cons for most folks, especially if you gear this up and start to do a fair bit of volume where you can scale up your business. So the most important factor in your success as a real estate investor is to know why you're doing it. Why do you want to be a real estate investor? And an important part of that is for you to be able to define success. So what does success mean for you? It could be financial freedom, career freedom, more time in your life for the things that are important to you, making a difference in the lives of others. It could be all of the above. It could be something that's not on this list at all. But you need to define what does success mean for you and find out if real estate investing is a vehicle to help you get there. And it can be, as long as you know what your goals are. It's important to define your goals so that you know what you're shooting for. And after you've defined your goals, it's important to chart a path of how to get there. So I'm sure you've heard the saying, you can't reach your destiny if you don't know where you're going. And that is critical, whether you're in a car driving across the country or you're driving your life to figure out what's important to you, how are you going to get there, and where is it that you want to go. So you may be asking, why am I here? I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I'm a HomeVestors franchisee. I've bought and sold hundreds of houses over the past few years alone, myself and my team, not including my franchise team, which buys and sells hundreds of houses a year. So I am a mentor to an ever-growing team of other HomeVestors franchisees that buy and sell houses. Real estate investing has truly changed my life and that for my family. It's given us a lot of things that we didn't have previously, and for that I'm very grateful. And also for that, I'm committed to helping others achieve some of the same successes that we've had. I believe so much in the HomeVestors system that I now recruit and coach other members to our team, and my team is growing again very quickly. If you're interested, we would like to talk more to you. So why are you here, is the question. I think you owe yourself a little bit of time. You owe it to yourself to learn a little bit more about the opportunity that we have here. Could be that you want to start or grow your real estate business. You want some of the same things that we talked about a minute ago, career or financial freedom, or maybe you're just learning. No matter what, we have information that we'd like to share with you so that you can make a better decision. So if you're ready to change your life, again, we'd love to talk to you. In fact, you can get a free copy of my e-course. I have a 6-video e-course series on the fundamentals of real estate investing that goes into all these exit strategies in a lot more detail: wholesaling, rental properties, rehabbing, etc. in much more detail. Again, a 6-video series. You can get that for free if you come join us at uglyopportunities.com. You can sign up to get that instantly. So again, real estate investing can help you achieve your goals, but unfortunately some in the industry, some so-called gurus or some of the late night folks, have really kind of tainted our industry in a lot of ways. And so, many believe that real estate investing can be a path to success, and it is, but a lot don't know where to start. And unfortunately, a lot of the kind of late night pitchmen and some of the so-called gurus have not helped anyone, including you, in your endeavor of trying to figure out if this is right for you. They usually understate how difficult it is. They kind of sell the dream of sitting on the beach and having just mailboxes full of checks show up. And there's some great benefits that you can get from real estate investing, but it's not as easy. And a lot of these folks just simply aren't telling the truth. And the reason they're not telling the truth is a lot of them are selling their seminars or their books and tapes or whatever. They get your money up front whether you ever buy a house or not. And so that is not how the HomeVestors system works. In fact, we make very little money on you as a real estate investor unless you're buying and selling and doing profitable deals. So we're very, very different. In fact, we've bought over 50,000 houses as a franchise system, so we must be doing something right. I'll also tell you that as a franchise system, this is a quote here, I'm not going to read this, but it's proven that franchise systems, those that join as franchisees, have a success rate far, far higher than an individual that starts a business and tries to learn everything on their own. When you join a system like ours, and we're the only national franchise system in the real estate buying space, you don't have to recreate the wheel. You essentially buy into a system where you can climb the learning curve much, much faster than what you're ever going to learn on your own. And the fact is, as I said, real estate investing is not easy. No business is. But it has many rewards if you follow a system, and you know what you're doing, and you work with a team of people that do this every single day. So I believe we have the strongest system in America. And again, we bought over 50,000 houses. So there's something that we're doing right here. We have hundreds of franchisees across 35 states and growing rapidly. And there's just a great, great opportunity. I'd love to share it with you if you're interested. So again, this is Mike Hambright with HomeVestors, better known as the We Buy Ugly Houses folks. You can learn to become a world-class real estate investor, and I'd like to help you get there. I'd like to help you meet your goals if this makes sense for you. So again, please come join me at uglyopportunities.com to learn more. You can get a copy of my free e-course that will teach you much, much more about real estate investing. And in fact, you can also register if you're interested in a webinar to learn a tremendous amount more about our franchise opportunity. I hope you'll take the time. The webinar is only about 30 minutes, so you'll learn quite a bit in that 30-minute time, probably answer a lot of the questions you have, and you'll be able to learn a little bit more about us. So thanks so much for your time, and take care.